concerts to his Grammy Award-winning albums to his Emmy Award-winning TV shows. Our first guest has been making us laugh for over 30 years. It's always a treat to have him here. Please welcome back to the show, Mr. Bill Cosby.
Please. Don't have much time. Going back over one's time, I don't know how many of you really try to go back and think about what you were and what you did and why you did it when you were very, very, very young. And there was this one situation, to this day, I cannot be honest with myself. I don't want to know why I did it. But we lived in a housing project in Philadelphia, Richard Allen Homes. And I had to be 5, 6. We had an oven. It was actually a stove, gas. Had 4 jets. Turn them on, they just blue, 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 blue. It was the oven that I loved because you pull the lid down, there's a hole. Push in the white knob and turn it, gas came out. Had these wooden matches. And I love to wait, strike the match, boom. I don't know why. But I loved it. I loved, and the longer I waited, the bigger the boom. And this one day, I saw the epiphany. I waited, and I went past the hysteria of my own mind, which said, as the was coming, put the match down, put the match. And I said to my, no, wait, and and then I lit and put it. I saw the light. I saw the light, and I felt the heat. And I was airborne, on fire, upside down. And then I heard the boom. It was fantastic. And I wound up in the corner. Stuff was coming down. My eyebrows burned. My hair burned. And I was laughing. It was fantastic. And my mother came in after hearing this explosion and seeing me on fire, and she started to strangle me. And she was yelling something about, if you do that again, I'll kill you. And I was laughing. I was just laughing. It was wonderful. And I was still on fire. And it was just, well, she told me that I could have burned down the apartment, that I could have set the whole projects on fire, and then burned down the entire city of Philadelphia, which is ridiculous. I know what I'm doing. And what did I learn from that? Not to do it when she's around.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
We'll be right back to talk with Bill Cosby after this break. Don't go away. Back with Bill Cosby. How are you, sir?
I am fine, Rosie.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Everything's well?
Almost.
All right.
Almost.
Now, your show, Kids Say the Darndest Thing, this is the second special. I so enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, the second one, we were able to do some. Let me just explain. The show is called Kids Say the Darndest Things.
And it's based on the Art Linkletter one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many times grown-ups don't understand. You know, you say, well, what part of Kids Say the Darndest Things are you having a problem with? Because, you know, I wrote a sketch for the kids.
Right.
And then we set the cameras up to do it. And then the kids didn't do what I wrote.
Right.
They didn't respond the way I thought they would. So the producer said, well, never mind. I said, wait a minute. It's still funny, even though they didn't do what I said they were going to do.
Right.
You guys said, yeah, but they didn't. I said, well, what part of Kids Say the Darndest Things are you having a problem with?
Right.
You know?
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Do you find
exactly.
that I know you must have watched the Art Linkletter show.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you find kids to be different today than
Sure.
back? Yeah. And
Sure. Well, way back when, in the 50s, 40s, people said, yes, sir, no, sir. Television told you the absolute truth. And it was tough to get on there. You didn't even know if those people were real.
Right.
I remember going around the back of the set to see where they were.
Really?
Yeah, looking for the people. And then I'd turn the set on to see if they would walk in there and go in on my screen. Today's kids can put a whole TV set together.
You're right.
Put a show together. And, of course, things have escalated. You pick up a sports page, it's a different thing. The cartoons are different. People are more into behavior, psychology. In the old days, you know, my day, 1937, 40, there was no such thing as child abuse. You know, kids were not smarter than. They were a little cuter than. But it's just a different thing. Art's kids, for instance, my favorite sketch, Art said to one of the kids, he was asking about Adam and Eve, and he said, and he punished Adam, and the kid said, yeah, and Art said, well, how did God punish Eve? And I mean, this kid said, he made her a housewife. So
I need that kid as a writer. That's a good joke.
Yeah, and they just, but the kids, my kids, you don't know if you get one who's already auditioned for Annie or something.
Right.
The parents bring them in, oh yes, this is an innocent kid. But the one that I love the most is sort of like a candid camera kind of thing where the kids think they're coming in to do a commercial with me. And we found out the vegetable that the kid hates the most.
Right.
And so what I set up was, we're going to do a public service spot, and here we have so forth and so on. And so we're going to talk about, the kid doesn't know we're going to talk about vegetables. They think it's Jell-O pudding or something.
Well, we have a clip of that.
Yeah?
Yes. Would you like to show that?
Please.
Take a look right here. Kids Say the Darndest Things.
Hi, I'm... Oh, that's your line.
Vegetables are healthy. Am I correct, Spencer?
And they taste good.
All right, stop there. Here we go. Huh?
I'm confused.
What part is confusing you?
I don't like vegetables, and my cue card says that I do.
Okay, so what do you want to do then?
Just fake it.
All right. Spence, they can see that. Here, the camera's right on you. I don't know how you're going to fake it, Spence.
But I don't like whatever this is.
Adorable.
Yeah. So...
That's on tonight?
Yes.
On CBS?
Yes.
Yes, at 8 o'clock.
But I guess we probably will have to do things like that. We had a thing. I don't know if it's even on the show. I haven't seen it. But we put a snake in a cage, and brought kids in and said, now look, I'm leaving the room. You guys just. And so then I went around and I did the voice of the snake.
Oh, jeez.
Well, here's what happened. They were supposed to go over and talk to the snake because the snake is talking.
Right.
But the talking snake, two of these kids became frightened
Really?
I mean, they went crazy.
Really?
Wah! And I said, oh, wait a minute.
You do a lot of things for and with and about children. You have a new series of Little Bill books written by you.
Yeah.
A wonderful subject matter for kids, hard stuff they go through.
This is my daughter, who's one of them, is 22, and she kept bothering me about putting Fat Albert back on.
Right.
And I said, no, that's over, that's done. Besides, and then I started to write the Little Bill stories because in Fat Albert, not too much was done with the girls.
Right.
So with Little Bill, he can interact with the girls now. And I also like these because I've given an answer for whatever particular problem there is.
Which is a
in other
great
words,
thing
we
for
just
kids.
don't hug a doll
Right.
and then go to sleep. I've really given them an answer.
This one about bullies, the meanest thing to say. And
Well, the meanest thing to say, see, is about somebody talking about you.
Right.
And making you feel badly. And most kids, if you remember, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never. That doesn't work when somebody's really hurting you verbally. And so I've given the kid an answer.
which is a great thing. They're wonderful books. I gave them to my nieces. We read them together as they stayed over.
And make sure you read to your kids at night.
I have a new baby girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the important thing, I don't know if your mother or father ever read to you.
Yes, they did.
It's a wonderful feeling.
It is a great thing every night before bed. That's what
Yeah.
I do.
I'd never remembered the story.
No.
But I always said, come on,
that was
and
the
you gotta,
time.
and you go right to sleep. I don't remember where we left off or anything, you know, but it was just wonderful having her there. And this also, reading to kids also takes place of there's somebody in the closet
Right.
coming to get me.
Right.
Leave the light on.
Exactly.
You read to them, they fall asleep,
comforted.
there's nobody in the closet.
I want to mention this record CD collection that you have released in memory of your son, Ennis. It's a Hello Friend to Ennis with Love. This is a collection of jazz music.
Yeah. Now, what's quite interesting here, I don't know if any of you want to collect, but there's a picture of a giant schnauzer biting Ennis in the back. And this picture was taken by Dizzy Gillespie.
Wow.
And Dizzy was at our home, and he was standing outside, and he had his camera, and the dog was playing with Ennis, and the dog chased him and grabbed him by the belt and pulled him down. So I thought that was kind of nice to put in.
Yes, well, it's a wonderful, wonderful tribute to him. And
Well, thank
I
you.
wish, love and everything to you and your family.
Thank you. Thank
and it's
you.
delightful to have you here, sir.
Appreciate it.
Kids say the darndest things.
Yes.
You should watch it, would you? Tonight, 8 o'clock on CBS, Mr. Bill Cosby. We'll be right back after this break.